Hey guys, MD95TSI here. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? What I have in front of me here is a mess. No, I'm kidding. It is a mess right now, but it's coming together. Um, this is a Wltoys V303. It's a GPS bird. It's called the Seeker, quadcopter Seeker. This Seeker. You guys don't. It's the new chassis for it. The old chassis laying out there, all broken up. So what I'm doing is I'm getting it up and running, and then we'll decide from there what Randy wants to do. This is Randy West, Drone Redneck, if you guys don't know Randy. Everyone should know Randy though. But Randy, I went through everything you sent, brother. Looks like we're in good, because everything runs right now. I had everything up and running. We had a couple assessments to make. We have wire inside here, and look at this. This powers your antenna, your flight controller. You definitely didn't want that broken off. The red wires broke completely in half. You have some wires broken right here on the LEDs. Other than that, we're good. So he has sent me one new motor, so we're going to put new motors on the back end of these guys. We're going to just go ahead and put the motors right on. This is a CCW, so this would go over here. We have a CW motor, it would go there. And as you can see, these motors here are fine, and these ones are just where they broke off, and he soldered them back on before. So we'll go ahead and put the new ones on there. Get that cleaned up away. He did buy an ESC, but we're not looking like we're going to need an ESC. That's a good thing. Very good thing. Randy knows his thing, guys. Like, he knows what to order when he sends you stuff. He sent me everything for this. Even bought a screw replenish pack for every screw in the bird, just for the ones that might have been missing. So yeah, that's awesome, Randy. You're a good guy. The GPS module does go in the top, and let me tell you what they did have. They did have it insulated. Let me stress this real quick, because let me tell you what, if you have a bird, and I don't care if anyone wants to argue this with me, come on with it. Come on with the comments. I'm ready for it. If you have a bird that has a GPS module in the top, okay, let me clarify this. In the top, right? So that screws there. You must barricade this, because this will pick up off of the board here, okay, and cause issues with your GPS. Now, when you also do that, you have to barricade the wire too. So you don't want to just barricade this like so and leave this wire hanging here. You kind of want to get this wire all tucked in here, and it is a pain in the neck to put the shell back on, because then you have to come in, you have to plug it in to here, which plugs in over on the side here. Okay, so I mean, it is a challenge, but you gotta get the wire and the chip. You just can't get the chip. Do the wire and the chip, and you will have no problems. You'll know in your heart it's insulated, and you'll know if it flies away or something happens, it was not your fault, because you did everything. But yeah, you can see what the parts I have here, and I literally have pulled some motors out. They're like, the screws are just stuck off in the motors, and I'm hoping it was the two that's, yeah, these ones look nice, and this one looks nice. Yeah, so it's them two. They're kind of janky. Yep. And yep. Okay, good. So I'll replace them two with new motors. We're good. He still wants these motors back, because he's going to be building a plane. Randy West flies airplanes, if you don't know, and he wants to use it for, like, just a, I guess, a propeller or something. So not too bad, not too bad. Pretty nice bird here. It's got an S4 GPS system into it. Randy, I did without this being plugged in, but or hooked up. I did hook it up, hook the compass into the leg, or hook the compass that's up in the leg. Okay, I did hook that up, and it did power up, and I got all 4 motors to come on. So, and they were turning in the right direction. So yeah, so stay tuned, guys, to watch me build this guy, a Wltoys V303, the Seeker. Look at the transmitter, big monster transmitter on this guy. Monster transmitter on this guy. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know, it's like a lock and unlock button or something rather than another, or maybe that's GPS and that's in there. I don't know. It tells you your volts. So yeah. See what else it does over here. It's got, looks like model or something, manual. So is that where you go put it in a manual maybe? Oh, mode 3 now. We want mode 4 now. Mode 1. Mode 2. That's what we want. Okay. So that's how you switch the modes on the transmitter. Which is pretty cool. Think about it. That's quick. Just switch it around. There's your camera. Up. Or camera down. Camera up. It tilts it. It has a gimbal on it to tilt it. And then you take your photo. And then probably a long press for video. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah. So that's the transmitter for it. Randy, when it came in, it did have the little shoulder button over here for the heading to lock was broke off. But I believe I got a little toggle I can take that transmitter apart and put one on. So that way, if he wants this one, he sent me a message and it said something about let's build the V303 and you keep the Ghost or something. I'm not sure. But I figure I got to get this up and running before we can make any decisions on what we want to do anyway. So, got to have this flying to say, okay, let's do something. So, I told you guys we're working on something, and this is it right here. Like I said, this guy's pretty cool. It's got ports all over it. GPS. It'd make a good candidate for a Ghost drone, and you could fly it with that. But you'd have to use the ESC and the motors because of programming, I believe. I talked to a couple people. They think that if we ran this ESC with the Ghost drone motors that we'd run into programming problems, but we'll see. Look at the solder job on these things. You tell me that solder's supposed to be like that, I'd tell you ain't no way. You see a big glob of solder right here. They just drop right down on that chip, and you can see in every other one it's not there. And that's crazy. This is a brand new ESC. Just goes to show you gotta check out your ESC and your parts when you order them, because that glob of solder, when you hook it up, it could very well short something out. It could mean nothing, but then again, it could mean a lot. So check out your parts. Look your solder joints over really well. But yeah, it's an ESC, and you do have to calibrate these things. So I'm thinking that I'm not even gonna have to use that, Randy. So I think we're good, bro. I will let you know once I get it together and get it flying. Alright, Randy. Love you, brother. Okay, guys, so we got solder on this wire back soldered together. Checked our motors out. Much better looking. You always want to make sure your motors are the same this way to this way, because you're going to solder different from here. It's got red, yellow, black. Red, black, yellow. Yellow, black, red. See? Yellow, black, red. So these are going to be all the same. Black, yellow, red. Black, yellow, red. These are clockwise or counterclockwise, and these are clockwise. So you have to have them turning in the right directions. If you hear something in the background, it's just my channel running in the background. So there, okay. And I gotta just get it all straightened back out. Get it all flexed back down where it goes, and then put it into the case itself. That's the next step. Get everything in here and then get it looking good. So, alright. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, I'm D95 TSI here. We have the Wltoys V303. I was just running through some compass calibrations on it. It belongs to Drone Redneck Randy West, and I have built it. It was wrecked completely. 2 new motors, ran through the whole insides. Everything seems to be okay now. I'll give you a look at the front of it here. Pretty nice looking bird. Pretty cool looking. And of course the wires would go in there, and then you close the door up. And it has like a little gimbal type thing on it. And it is a GPS bird. Really nice looking. So I wanted to, before I calibrated it, when I started, this motor and that motor over there would stop. So I'm wanting to see if I corrected that. So let's get it going and see if we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and arm the motors. Awesome. Looks like it did it. They're not stopping. Nope, they stopped that time. Or that one stopped first. Let's restart them. So it hasn't ran in a while. It's been a while since it's flown. Seems like it does right well. It's like it wants to fly, but I don't want to tempt it. But it seems like it wants to raise itself up. It's barely touching the throttle up. More tests to come before we actually fly it. Here's what the transmitter looks like. But we've got some more tests to do. But I've been working on it for Randy. I've totally rebuilt the whole entire bird. The only battered piece you still see is which is that landing gear. What I'll clean that up with some alcohol. The rest of it is brand new. We'll see what it does. See it, Randy? I hope you enjoy it, brother. I believe you're going to. You seem like you really like this one. And guys, we were doing a ghost drone, but we're not too sure. Just limited the parts on what this guy cost on parts and stuff like that. So he just said he basically wanted a functional, drone out of the deal, and so he's told me to keep the ghost drone for parts. So I have a ghost drone to tinker with from what it looks like. But yeah, we'll get this guy out. I want to make sure it's 100% before I send it to him, so I want to go out and fly it, but I'm just a little leery about it. I've watched videos, I haven't seen no flyaways on it, so stay tuned. We'll be doing a video soon of this bad boy over there flying in the field, hopefully. MD95 TSI, signing out.